They say that the dash is the most important and what mattered most of all. The dash between those years. For the dash represents all the time spent alive on earth. And now only those who loved know what that little line is worth. For it matters not, my opinion, how much they owned, the cars, the houses, the cash. What matters is how they lived and loved in the end. How they spent their dash. I'm sure there are many things they would have liked to change. And we never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. I had no doubt in my mind they would end up slowing down enough to consider what's true and real. To really try to understand the way other people feel. Being less quick to anger, showing more appreciation. Despite what I went through, this person had people in their life who loved them. Family, friends, even children and grandchildren who loved them. And I'm thankful that I was able to forgive. Stephen Ray Maxwell passed away January 20th, 2025 at 12:15 a.m. Cancer of the liver and the brain after he beat it once. What is my relationship to this person, you ask? Well, we don't have one of those. Because the last time I saw that man, he was SAing me. And I don't know whether to be sad or to be happy that he's gone. All I know is that I'm this much less scared than I was. So much fear left my body, left me knowing that they could never harm me again. I tried so hard to understand the way other people behave and feel. Being the one who's less quick to anger. So I forgave him, knowing he was going to eventually die. I don't really have very many good memories, and that's the truth. So, I don't really know what to say. I'll always remember the day we met, the day our lives became intertwined, wild-eyed and just wanting to have fun. I knew we would get along despite our differences. Until the day I was left motionless in my bed. From the first time I was assaulted. And the one who was meant to calm my worst fears became my worst fear. But I forgave. Because I already knew the consequences for their life and death if I didn't. So although they are far from a companion, I still send my condolences to the girls and anyone else in their family who could really see this person's passing as a loss. Because in all transparency, I'm struggling with that. And while their family likely wishes they could give them many more years, I wish I could erase the family's tears and take away all the pain. And offer some sunshine, even if it's only for today. To the family of the deceased, may each new day be a gift, a perfect gift, and may love surround you, and may your spirits lift. So while you are devastated and I am not, I'm relieved. I'm relieved. I can breathe deeper again. After 10 years of half breaths, being afraid to leave my home, among many other things. My experiences were shunned. What I went through was meaningless to them. but for the family. For the family. I will step up and speak the words you have trouble speaking. Because I am a heart reader. And I know what you're thinking. You find them in the things you see. You find them in your happiness. Along. You feel them when you need to be strong. You know they are far away from you. You know it's the world they chose to go through. You've given a part of your life having remorse for his. Miss him. Miss him as you may. And waiting for that day you will see him again. Miss him as you may. Until that day you see him again. Clearly he meant so much to you and other people. He will always be in your hearts. As long as you don't forget about him. Think of him often. But know he is in a better place now. No longer suffering. No longer creating suffering. As he is where he belongs. And I want you to know, although I don't have any love in my heart for him, I will always have love in my heart for the family. The family who treated me well and even sometimes protected me from him. None of us really knew his capabilities. Until he heard the word no one too many times. I don't miss him at all. But I care for the ones who do. My condolences to you. So it is here in this safe space we can come together virtually to remember and for you to honor the life of your beloved, whose boldness and bravery touched us all, just in much different ways. As he touched you to create heaven, he touched me to create hell. Throughout their life, they were a guiding force for some, daring adventures for others. A sparkle in someone's eye. The unfamiliar being embraced rather than feared. Must be nice. On that day, I heard of his passing away. My first reaction was to celebrate. And I sat there, knowing I would no longer have to live in fear. And it crossed my mind more than once to crack open a beer and immerse myself in that. But I didn't. I didn't go there. I just allowed the relief to take its course so that the ones who didn't harm me can still grieve, knowing that I do not have any remorse, any remorse for his passing. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't wish death on anybody. Clearly, they served as a source of inspiration. But my name is not others. So he will not get any honor from me. He will not get any more of my creative energy. Because the last person to assault me is now dead from cancer. Just a couple of years after I found out that another person who made my life hell ever since I was a toddler also is dying of cancer. And quite frankly, I don't know which of the two are more diabolical. All I know is that one of them is dead and the other one is dying. And neither one of them were dedicated to protecting anything. Except for their own asses. their actions, big or small, demonstrating unwavering commitment to creating hell on earth. Instead of tending to their own gardens until towards the end. So let us strive to be better caretakers of each other and this planet that holds a special place in so many hearts, including mine. Living a more meaningful life so that we don't even have to imagine what went through that other person's head before they passed. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. I know, to his loved ones, I wish that I could be more compassionate and empathetic. Just know I tried. I know you wish that you could just be, and that you could just embrace him and take him in your arms. Missing the time with them. Wishing you had more time with them. And although I cannot relate, I do see through to your heart, and I know that you are missing them so very much. And I know that you are full on devastated. And for that, my heart goes out to the ones I love. And know that not a day will pass by that you don't think of them. You will miss them. But know, somewhere out there, they're watching you silently. The love that you gave them is still warming their cold heart, even in and from the grave. As the power of forgiveness is exponential. I don't know what else to say. at this point, as this person is not my friend at all. As a matter of fact, they're my ex-boyfriend, who SA'd me hard, SA'd me twice at 2 different locations. Just know he was forgiven. He was forgiven. And now we can move on. And I highly encourage it. For you as well. Or your heart will go sore. Just try not to take that missing you thing to extremes. Keep your head up, shoulders back. Continue shining bright, knowing not only are you not him, you're quite frankly better off without him. But since you love him so much, I'm sending a dove to heaven. As this is a mourning dove wing feather. Full of beautiful things. Inside, millions of hugs. For every moment that you miss them. And I send my love, not to him, but to you. I send a dove to heaven. As I know this separation just tears away at your heart. More than words can say. Every day is a fresh start. Think of them with love today. as if it is nothing new. In silence, speak their name, giving life to the memories beyond the picture frames. Their memory will be your keepsake. God has you in His keeping. You keep them in your heart. I send a dove to heaven. Brightest blessing.